All right, I think we're live. Welcome back to Checkmate with Blake, and in this live stream, we're going to be playing viewers. If you would like to participate in this challenge, whether you're watching this now or live, or you're watching it on YouTube after it's posted, just remember that you can join the channel. We have channel memberships where you can play me live. They have a lot of other features as well, but it's also a great way to support the channel if you want to do that. Or feel free to use super chats, and I'll play you that way. If you just want to do a super chat and give a donation, that's also a great way to support the channel and to play live. While we wait for some of these people to join in the stream, we'll go ahead and just play some random games, probably play some 1-minute games while we wait. I'm going to get the music started too. And as always with these streams, please let me know if the music is too loud, if something is too loud, if you're hearing echoes, anything like that. It really helps. It really helps show what I need to improve and what I need to change. And I can do that, on the fly as we go. So. Also, I want to say, too, we are almost at 2,000 subscribers now. It's amazing. We've grown so much in the last month and the last couple weeks. Thank you guys so much for your support. If you haven't joined the channel, if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. It really helps us grow, and we're about to hit 2,000. You can be a part of that. So, again, thank you guys so much. Audio, you want me to play any openings? What openings do you guys want? Any specifics? All right, we'll just play E4. Oh, audio, the Sicilian. Okay. We're playing a Sicilian. I've never actually shown my opening against the Sicilian. It's not necessarily the most direct opening that I usually play. I mean, like, I could just go ahead and play D4 depending on what he plays, but I usually don't. Actually, to tell you the truth, usually I don't even play knight F3 in this area. I usually don't. You just like watching streamers? I see. What is the response going to be, Audio? Audio, don't abort the game. Okay, here we have some ideas. We can actually play the move D4 immediately, which is the more principled move. The move I generally like to play is actually this move C3, but usually C3 I play before I play knight F3, I think. I'll go here. There's a few ideas. Actually, this is somewhat of an idea, depending on if the move E5 comes. Also, after E5, you could just drop back. I'm not that versed in my Sicilian theory, to tell you the truth. I don't know that I have seen that move very often. It's actually not. Okay, I'm gonna play something I've never played here. I don't usually play this move, but I don't usually find bishop d7 here, so... And actually, the point behind bishop c4, for those watching, for those who are curious, is because I have a feeling Audio's wanting to play the move e5. A lot of players play that, but by playing e5, he'll weaken the f7 square, and if he doesn't play f5, then I'll have control of the center. So, of course, a move like knight c6 also makes a lot of sense too, so you could consider that. But bishop c5 might actually also allow me to have like early queen development. Yeah, so there's the downside, is that now this pawn is weak. Bring the knight out, we could play actually queen f3. Queen f3 makes a lot of sense here. But I don't know if it may be just a little premature. Let's actually just castle. What time is it in my country? Well, where I'm at, I'm on Eastern Standard Time, so it's 4:11. What time is it where you're at? How long is the stream? 42 minutes? $2:41 a.m. Wow. Whoa, where are you at? This move looks tempting. Not gonna lie. I see. Wow. That's the crazy thing about chess, you know, is that there are people all over the world who play chess and enjoy it. It's just such a cool thing. You know, not like a ton of games and stuff, but can you like connect people all over the world? Okay. All right. Let me look at this position. Audio, you're playing very well. I actually have somewhat of a wild idea here. It's gonna start with a slow move. We're gonna play rook e1. It's gonna be a slow move, but I think it's a bigger scheme. Yeah, we can, after this game, I mean, if no one else sends a game too, or if you want to play another, you can just send me one playing as white. I'll play black. Audio, you played a really good game last stream. I remember you played a very, very solid game, and I feel like you held on for a very long time. And it was like 1 or 2 blunders that cost the game, but for the most part, you played an excellent game. Okay, whoa. I don't know if that was an intentional pawn sack, but for those in the chat, let me know what time or when you guys found my channel. I'm curious. Let me know how new you are to the channel, or if you've been here a while. I like to ask you guys, find out. Yeah, this is a really tough position, Audio, because you would love to develop this knight, but it can't develop all that well, and you need to be careful where you develop it to. That's awesome. That's awesome. It you know, it really excites me a lot, like when I see new people finding the channel, because you know, I've been this channel's actually only about 6 months old, and it's just grown so much. It really grew a lot in the last month or two. It was really not that, like, I've been making videos for quite some time, for 6 months, and really just the last month or two has it really kind of popped off. So did you guys see this stream? Like, did the stream pop up, or did you see this through like one of my videos? I think one of you guys already answered it, but Queen trade. The stream. You know, I struggle with the YouTube streams because I don't know how well they, like, YouTube doesn't always recommend the streams that much. That's why generally videos perform better. I'm surprised. Surprised you guys found it through the stream. But I'm glad to have you. Welcome to the channel. If you guys decide to sub, if you like it, it'd mean a lot to me. But thank you guys for just tuning in. You know, I like interacting with new people too. Yeah, this is a tough position. This is a very, very tough position because obviously this is pinned. Okay, it's actually a good try. They're attacking this. Oh, you guys are awesome. There's a weird move here. This is such a weird move. Look, I could play this. This looks very, very strange. You can play this because if you take, there's a fork. Of course, you're trading 2 pieces for 1, so it's not all that great. Actually, there's actually a better move is this move, probably. Because after takes, maybe not. Good find. Good find, audio. Yeah, bishop d3 is like the safest move, but I'm up 2 pawns, and I don't necessarily know if safety is the right idea. And taking here is, I'm not that fond of it, but it's not horrible. Although bishop d3 is not bad. Is okay to talk? Yeah, of course. Yeah, I don't mind. I mean, we're just having fun, and there's nothing. Okay, let me focus up here a little. Try and figure this out. That's the only problem. Sometimes I talk to you guys, and then I forget to focus on the position and actually figure it out. Okay. Could just drop the bishop back, believe it or not. But then I hang the pawn, so maybe. Okay, give this. Maybe blocks here. That's the only issue. Yeah, let's just play bishop d3. I don't know. Bishop d. Oh, you said bishop d5. Sorry, I just looked at it. d5. Whoa, what? All right, let me restart the music. This is I guarantee you guys. I can guarantee that bishop d3 is probably not the right move according to the engine. It's just a tricky position. So I'm not 100%. Bishop, the benefit of bishop d3, though, I will point out, is he still cannot develop his knight to a6, which would be kind of a nice square. And going here is all right, but then maybe I'm gonna play this. Forcing it back and kind of taking space, and then maybe bringing the bishop back here. Bishop b5. Yeah, bishop b5 is exactly, that's what I was talking about. Bishop b5 was like a really tempting move, or knight a5 or knight b5. Those were both really tempting moves. Let's So I considered both, to tell you the truth. Whoa. Okay, we'll take there first. And we'll play rook here. And we'll play this move. Maybe. Maybe not. Yeah, bishop b5 wasn't a bad try, though. We'll look after the game, too, because that was such a tricky position, and I didn't really take the time to try and solve it. It was a complicated position, that's for certain. We are almost at 2,000 subscribers, guys. It's so awesome. It's so cool. I say this all the time. I've said this in mini streams. You guys have probably heard of this if you've been on the channel for any amount of time. But like, this might sound crazy, but when I started this channel, I really felt like it would be 3 months before I got my first subscriber. So it just blows my mind. What in the world? Audio. What are we? That's crazy. Why? Okay, the point behind this move was actually, if you took, I was going to take back, and I have a discovery where I can actually sacrifice my bishop and take here. And I still can play that, or I could pick up the free bishop. Yeah, that's why I played that move, was because the rook would be hanging. It was a trap. I think we're gonna... Yeah, that's what I was... That's actually the reason I played that move, was because of the trap. That's why I played the pawn push. And if he had taken, I was going to take back with the rook and hope that he still didn't see it so I could still sacrifice and win this rook. Yeah, it was a tactic. I'm not certain. I mean, was your plan to swing the rook over here after I take? But then I think I just play this, right? I think so. Yeah, bishop h7 was actually the key idea. Alright, yeah. And then we just pick up the piece. This is still hanging. Oh. Whoa. That's a really good find. Except for the problem is I'm going to trade the rooks here. We're actually going to pick up the bishop. But if I didn't have this rook check, that would have been crazy. Wow, actually, that was a really good find, Audio. I'm really impressed. Of course, in this tactic, in this position, it doesn't really work. But you guys don't understand how much Audio has improved. No clue. He's been here for a little while now. And he's really, like, his chess has gotten, like, so much better. I wish I was improving at the rate Audio is. Because the tactics he's finding, like, I'm telling you. Yeah, he does. He plays good. What elo do you guys think Audio is? I'm telling you, you'd be surprised. Like, He's been playing it at a much higher elo than I feel like. Okay, hold on. This is an example of where we could win this knight, actually. We could play a move like this, cutting off all the squares of this knight, forcing it to go to one of these squares, where at that point I can actually play this next king move. Audio, what is your elo? I guess you can type after the game since you only have a second. So I don't want you to lose on time. This is crazy. We're going to just illustrate this concept. Alright, let's do a game review. So I want to see that one line. Bishop d3 was obviously not the right move to play. Alright, I got your friend request. Hey, I beat Magnus Carlsen. Would you please send me an unrated game if you want to send it? And let's actually do blitz. Let's do like 3 to 5 minute games because I don't want to play like super long games. Yeah, check that out, guys. He's 626. He's playing amazing tactics. I'm telling you, he is improving at such a crazy rate. I mean, it says, you guys can't see it here. I'm on game review. It says that he played 82% accuracy at a 1450 rated game. That's what the engine says. We played a 93.4, so we played a really strong game. But I'm telling you, he's improving at a rapid rate. All right, y'all accept it. Give me half a second. Let's see. So we played bishop c4. We'll just play again. No, these probably weren't the best lines. UVR, I don't know how you say that. Make sure you send an unrated game. All right, and trading the queens, I wasn't the biggest fan of, simply because I'm up 2 pawns. I'm up two pawns of material, so you don't really want to trade down. Yeah, I really like your fine rook d4. Obviously, the engine says, hey, that's not the best move, and it's very tricky because if you say, well, let's just go here to try and you know, protect this pin, so that if I take, there's nothing. Well, then of course the move here comes in. That's really challenging, which is move e5. The engine does say you can play this, but even if I were to trade down this way, like even if I went down this way of material, like your king side is very open. So I actually thought rook d4 was a better try that you found. Bishop d3 was the best move. Wow, isn't that crazy? That is so crazy. I've got 3 requests, so give me just a sec. We'll go through this game real quick, and then I will play. Yeah, it was a tactic. Of course, the engine actually says here, and I considered this. Sorry, he would take here first, then he would take here. I considered this because I felt like this was fairly strong, but I decided to set a trap just to see if it would work, which was the move e5. And if takes, I was going to take here first. And let's just say he plays a random move. It has the same tactic where you win the rook. But he did not take. We'll go back. Sorry. He didn't take. He played bishop takes g2, which I think was the first big blunder of the game that kind of caused it, because then it kind of simplified. Actually, just to point out, bishop takes h7 wasn't even the best move. And here, again, this tactic does not work, as we saw in the game, but I think this is brilliant. Like, this is such a good find, Audio, and I'm starting to understand why you took the pawn here, was because of this potential open discovery. And as I say in my videos, sometimes the threat of the discovery, the threat of the attack, is actually stronger than the execution. What I mean by that is, like, this threat, like, maybe I could protect maybe I could defend myself. Let's just say, like, I don't know, what if I play a move like here? This would probably defend the position, because notice you don't have any you're not going to move your bishop and win any minor piece. So the execution is actually, like, I will be safe. I will be able to, you know, stay safe. Of course, obviously I wouldn't play that because we played the best move and trade down. But exactly why the threat is so intimidating, because I saw this threat here. We'll go back. I saw this threat here, and it made me realize, like, this is a scary attack. Even though we can survive it, even if we just played a move like f4, which obviously, again, is not the best move, it just goes to show that that's a very, very strong tactic. All right. I'll play another game. So I beat Magnus Carlsen as a 5-5. He wants to send me an unrated game, a blitz. He's the first one that sent me one, so I'm gonna accept that first. Joyless Sizzles, I will play yours too, and I'll play UVR as well. Just make sure you send an unrated game, UVR, and send a unrated speed game if you can. But anyways, Joyless here, 2400. That's so intimidating. I will play you though. All right. Let me get rid of these because I don't want to echo. All right. I beat Magnus Carlsen. What are we playing here? Rui Lopez. Okay. I like to play the Berlin. I have a video post on the Berlin. We're gonna go down the exchange. This is actually a draw line. This is pretty much a known. Whoa. Now that is not as known. Usually the move is you can play rook here or play the move d4. But I think because you didn't, I can maybe just play a move like this. And then just bring the bishop out. Bishop e7. Of course, you could trade and double my pawns. Something to consider, but doubling the pawns are not all that weak, considering your pawns are also doubled here, too. Let's just play bishop e7, because actually I think this move might weaken it, because after I double my pawns, I'll be able to attack the center. I forgot we're playing 5-5. There's increment. I was like, how do I have more time than 5 minutes? Okay. Good move. That was definitely the move I think you should have played there. I think that was solid. I don't know. Safe move, like a slow move like this works, but then I hang this pawn, so... My bishop's not all that active, so here could be a point where you consider getting your bishop out. Or even like a move like here could work. You are going to win that pawn, which is good. This pawn is very, very weak. I think this makes more sense, to be honest. Try and win this and maybe take these pawns. And again, this weak pawn here is going to be a target. So this is like an isolated queen's pawn. It's an isolated king's pawn, technically. Of course, your king will be able to go to f2 at some point to protect it. Yeah, good move. Yeah, you played good. Played well. Played very well. Okay, let's see. Could just take the pawn. Seems alright. How you all doing? Thanks for tuning in. I know certain openings, like the Rui Lopez is like an opening that I know pretty well. It was kind of tempting. I think you said you're like 1700, so I think actually if you're saying you don't know openings, you probably should find some that you really like. I think it would really help. I mean, I do have like 15 different opening videos posted on my channel, so like there's a plethora of options. Yeah, I think the bishop move is good, because if he had not traded down, I was actually going to play rook here to try and have a fork of the queen and the king. That actually hung checkmate. That was my hidden threat, was that it was actually a checkmate with the rook too. That's a good game. We'll do a quick analysis. 2 blunders. Should see what they are. We didn't play all that great. We didn't play all that great of a game, but that's Ruy Lopez. Yeah, this is not the typical move. Typically, the move is either here or to bring this rook out this way. And you actually go down an exchange variation. So like, usually they play the move d4, you drop the knight back where you're attacking this piece. And so it's just, you'll go down a trade line. Sorry, I think it's actually, I think usually it is. I don't remember. But if you take here, what is it? It's like, I don't think this is the way that people usually play the exchange line. No, it's not pawn takes. After d4, again, I don't usually play this variation. Whatever, we're not gonna go through it. I have a whole Berlin video posted. It's just a complicated line, but it's actually an exchange where you go to a draw. I don't know why I'm not remembering the exact line right now, but okay, yeah, this move was the incorrect move, and I'll tell you the reason I played this move was because I saw this fork idea, but it doesn't work because as you showed, you can take this, and we'll trade down. Playing a fine game. I don't see where the wow, bishop g5 is a blunder. Okay. What? Oh my. You guys see that? After queen takes, he can sacrifice his queen. Because after I take back, he can throw in this check, forcing my only move here and a checkmate. Whew. What a tactic. I'm glad he didn't find that. Isn't that a lovely mate? Wow. That's crazy. That's a crazy line. Goodness, I'm glad he didn't spot that move. Anyways, I'm going to the next games if anyone wants to play. I think I have some requests. I'm going to mute my mic one more time. I'm going to run to the bathroom. So you guys just feel free to send me requests. Just make sure that they're blitz, like 5 or 3, either one. Yeah, I know, right? We were lucky. Send me 5 or 3-minute games. Make sure they're unrated. I'm going to go to the bathroom and I'll see them when I get back. All right, and I don't know why I didn't remember that line. I just remembered it. I don't know why, because my brain wasn't thinking about it. Sorry, I'm gonna show this. I'm gonna show the line just so you guys can see this. So let's see. Sorry, here, if takes, then the move d4 comes in, then you go here, then they take this way, and you're supposed to take back with the d pawn. Then when they trade here, you play this move. They trade down the queens, and if they ever give a check, you always play, their move is always here, whether they give a check this way or this way. And this is actually a drawn endgame. Well, not an endgame. This is I guess, this is a pretty well-known draw. According to the engine, says 0.02. So as you guys can tell, I don't know why I couldn't remember that. I just was thinking about it. I don't know why I forgot that line. But yeah, and for those who are curious, why would you play this as black? Well, let's just look at this from like a theoretical standpoint. okay? Because when they put this rook here, it looks like they're tempoing your king, but the truth is they're not actually, the rook does not belong here. They want this rook here, and they want this rook on the e file. So instead, a lot of players will give this check first, and after they go here, they would want to develop here as well, something like this, to actually put the rook on the d file and the rook on the e file. Of course, the engine says a move like here, goes back, and I can't remember the exact variation here. It actually wants this, but I've shown there's a whole video posted on this, so if you really want to study it, go ahead. And actually notice black actually has an advantage technically by 0.07, so pretty much a draw. All right, who's sending someone send me a next game. Just do unrated and do blitz. If you're not friends, you can always add me on this so I can accept it. We've got quite a few friends here on it now. All right, there we go. Oh no. 2400. I'm gonna get completely crushed, but we're gonna play it anyways. 2400. Give me a break. Oh no. Good luck. Okay. $2,400. I'm intimidated. Okay, I think here, isn't this move fine? $2,400 blitz. Gosh, this is wild. You're the highest rated opponent I've ever played in this series. Okay. I'm a little low on time. I need to play quicker. I want to play the knight here move here, but I'm not sure on it. Okay. You're giving me. Sure. Yeah, actually, you're actually kind of holding in this. Like you have a well-placed knight. Takes. Yeah. You should have given me extra time. 2,400. I needed some extra time. I'm up a pawn. Okay. Takes here. Takes. Oh, there's the rook. Yeah, now we're even. Now we're even. I missed that tactic. I've got to play fast. You're just such a high-rated opponent that I have to play very quickly. Nice move. Nice move. What is my response? Wait a minute. That move actually. Oh, hang mate in one. Oh gosh, what am I doing? I was kind of messed up there because good game. Thank you for the game. You're my highest rated opponent I've actually played in this whole entire channel. But the problem with that position, I just want to point out, is he was actually looking to probably take this at some point. He's starting a lot of different tactics. I mean, we can go through the game review. Good game. Thank you for the game. Played pretty well against, I mean, I'll take it against 2400 blitz. That's not my blitz rating. My blitz rating is not 2400. All right, hold on. Let's go through this real quick. Okay, we played pretty well. We actually had an advantage. Yeah, here I played too quick. Here I played too quick. I gave away my advantage. Hung the rook. The advantage is gone. Now we have an advantage again. Wow, that was a wild game. But here I was unsure. I guess, yeah, maybe I should have traded. Is that what you expected me to do, was play queen a3 so that maybe I could try to trade queens? And I would have had an advantage. Again, I probably wouldn't have converted simply because your rating is so much higher in blitz. But yeah, I was concerned because I knew that I need to develop my bishop. Of course, I can't go here. You'll just take it. And obviously your threat is to come here and try and mate me this way. And I can't play a slow move like this either if I wanted, because same idea. Yeah, I thought that was a very fun game. How long have you been playing chess? Yeah, I should have went here. My whole tactic actually behind here was I didn't even realize that I was hanging mate in 1, and my concept was maybe now I can swing my queen over and try and promote this pawn. But time pressure is tough too, so. And when you know you're playing against someone who's so much higher rated, like 2400 for example, when my blitz is really only probably like maybe 1900, so my blitz is not all that great. You know, I knew I can't wait too long and let you have too much time. 15 years, wow. I'm impressed. That was a good game. Anyone else want to send some games? And we can play another game here in a little bit too if you want, because that was a good game, other than hanging mate 1. I see. Yeah, the e-pawn push would have been pretty strong. Well, keep it up. You're doing everything you should. Everything you should. I'm very impressed. Is blitz your best, or are you higher rated in a different format? Someone else want to send me a game? All right, audio. Hey, audio, send me. No, I'm gonna abort this. Send me one where you're playing white, because I played white in the last one. So send me one where I'll play. Blitz or rapid around the same. Wow, I'm impressed. 2400. You should play. Do you play over the board? Because one of my goals, like one of my dreams, is to be a GM one day. I would love that. I mean, I would love. I don't play enough. I play much better over the board than I do online. I think I see it better. I don't know if you feel the same, but I play much better on in person. I play much better in person with an actual board, but I don't have enough time to play enough tournaments. I mean, I work full time and I do this, and so I just haven't taken the time to go find tournaments, and I really should. That would be my dream. But if you're 2400 on here, like, I think you should. If you're not doing it, maybe you should. Oh gosh, why are you playing the ready against me? I don't play against my own opening very often. Now, okay, so the move you should have played there was actually e3 if you're following my ready gambit lines. But I still would have played this, and you would have only seen this line if you had played, if you'd watched my ready masterclass deluxe edition. That's my part 2 was where I talk about how to beat this line. Because actually white's a little cramped in this position, and you kind of are playing like a Catalan, like you're kind of transposed, but I didn't take, and so it's like really not exactly. Okay, I'm gonna keep it closed and actually play this move, anticipating h3 to h5. Hey, the guy who's 2400, I know you're still in here. I want you to know you're the first person who's actually ever beaten me on these playing in subscribers. I mean, of course, I anticipated to lose to you because you're so high rated, but I just want to let you know that's not that it's an accomplishment to you, because your rating is so high. So it's definitely not necessarily an accomplishment for you. You should probably win. We're just gonna play maybe a slow move. I know. You're the first one. Now my last speedrun I streamed for like 4 hours or something crazy, and I just, because you've played chess a while, that like when you play so many games and I'm talking and I'm streaming and I'm trying to like do both simultaneously, that my brain was just completely shot, and I should have lost in my last speedrun. I should have. I got lucky and did not lose. But that was a good, fair and square game. Okay. Nice move. Said hi. Is that like an automated prompt? Like, is there a button that says like say hi? What's up, bro? Travel. How you doing? Yeah, just add me as a friend if you haven't, and then just send me an unrated game that's like a 3 to 5 minute game, whatever you choose. I see, that's how you do it. My ID, it's just Checkmate with Blake-YT. I guess the dash makes it hard, but if you can, I can always add you after this game too if you're not able to find me. Just Checkmate with Blake-YT. Dash YouTube. This is a really weird game we've got going audio. This is like a really strange game. Added and subscribed. I appreciate you. Welcome to the channel. Love to have you. This is a weird game. What do you guys think about this one? Wow, good find. How did you know I was setting up that tactic? I'm telling you, this guy, Audio is a 600 elo, and I'm telling you, he plays such amazing chess. Like, I'm just so impressed with the progress you've made, truly. Actually, we have 2 moves. We actually have either one. This move's more direct, so we're gonna play it. Thanks, Griffin. I appreciate you. How you doing today? Pin? What is pin? Oh, the chess pin. The pin of the rook to the king. Yeah, it's setting up some tactics. That's what I'm doing here. Bishop d6? Oh, yeah, no, I mean, but I'm setting up tactics, which is why I haven't played bishop d6. Okay, first of all, I could take this with the queen. But there's a reason I didn't play bishop d6. I can show it after the game. Because I have a hidden tactic. Unable to find it. That's okay. How about you just drop your name in the chat and I will add you after this game. Like, I'll search you. Some people have said that. I don't know why some Sometimes people can't find me. King G5? What is it? Stuck at 850. Any tips? I have a few videos. Okay, hold on. This is a very complicated position. Let me just go ahead and solve this real quick. Okay, we can play here, but the move I was gonna play was actually this move. Because after he takes, I take this way. That's kind of what I was thinking. That's why I didn't play the other one. Chat with you. Yeah, of course, anyone can challenge. Let me solve this real quick, because I'm like trying to talk to you guys and figure it out, and it's just complicated. Oh, that's weird. Checkmate with black. Oh, there it is. Yeah, this was my idea, was to actually have that hidden tactic where now I can win the rook by force. That's why I didn't play bishop d6 earlier, if you're wondering. What's this tactic? But also there's other tactics too. But yeah, I'll add you guys, and anyone can challenge me. I mean, if you want to support the channel and you want to challenge me on any stream, because right now we're kind of small, but the goal is actually, hold on. Oh, I should take with queen. I don't know why I took with king or with bishop. Hey, thank you for putting that in there. But yeah, if you guys want, send a super chat too. I don't care. I'll play whatever. That doesn't matter. Like, I don't care what color I play. I'll add it to this game. I got your request. But yeah, send a super chat too if you guys really want to support the channel. That's really what I'd like, or join as a member. You know, that's a good way to support it. Whatever way you guys. I mean, again, I'm not doing it for that reason. So your support means the most to me. But yeah, this is a YouTube account. Like, this is not my main account. I think. No. Yeah. Here, and it's checkmate. We take here. Well, actually, you have to block with the queen, but good game, audio. My real rating, like in Blitz is what I usually play on this channel, because I find that people generally want to watch Blitz games. They don't really want to watch like longer rapid. I mean, some people do, but most people want to watch Blitz, and in my Blitz I'm only like 18, 19, probably like 1900. Of course, again, the point though is, for me, is more to be more instructive and you know, find openings for you guys and do like my own research and analysis to kind of help you all. This was a wild game we played. Yeah, see, actually queen c7 was the best. All right, I'll add you. I'll do the next game for you. Wow, it was a mistake. Yeah, I was wondering maybe if king should just move. Yeah, and that was a miss. What? Oh, wow. Okay. I see. All right. Let me accept the 2 people who sent me once. All right, and now that you sent me one, see if you sent me a game. There it is, 5-minute unrated, 1898. Okay, this will be a pretty good game. You know, I just can't stand this line that much. I understand why people play it though, because it's annoying to face. Castle. wonder. Okay, we trade down. It's probably not all that great for me. King d5 is, or knight d5. I was wondering if you were gonna play that. Like, I didn't know how you were gonna solve that. I didn't know what your solution was gonna be. I was curious. We have a pretty good game here. Thanks again for joining the stream. Thanks for subscribing. It really does mean a lot. That's awesome. Knight b5. Yeah, knight b5 I did like, but the problem with knight b5 was I thought knight a6, and then maybe he's gonna have some kind of fork later down the road. Okay, now I like it much more. This is actually a pretty good game too, because this guy's actually about my blitz rating, 1898. So we're actually having like a pretty solid game. Yeah, now it's good because I baited so that maybe knight a6 doesn't happen. I mean, it's not the end of the world. It's really not, but I'm gonna take the b knight, most likely. We have a pretty good game going. So, it's a good one. I mean, he has in between moves too, though, so we should point that out. Okay. Takes. Sure. Reasonable. Oh, not there. Yeah, but now it's like kind of held it. And my knight's great, but it's like also kind of in a strange position. And I think maybe it could be like potentially removed. Okay, what are we doing here? What are we doing? I understand maybe you want to play this move, but my bishop covers. And I don't think a sacrifice works because I just slide over or just block with bishop and then bring other bishop in. Knight comes forward, but then we have an outpost. Rook here. Solid game we've got going on. Okay, you do decide to trade down. Sure. Reasonable. This is an interesting position we've got. This is very tactical. Yeah, I think the rook's trapped. Maybe. Maybe. Could be messing this up. That wasn't the prettiest. But we're low on time. Okay, sure. All right, good game. Timed out, but we got a lot to look at. Again, this is probably the best game we could have had on the stream because you're at my rating pretty much for Blitz. And as you can tell, we had a pretty solid game. There's a lot to look at. Of course, at the very end, I was also like, you don't have much time, so using time a little bit to my advantage because you played an excellent game. We both played very strong games. Hey, 81 Merrick, make sure you send me an unrated game because we do a speedrun series on this channel, which I actually haven't done in a little while, but I don't want to mess that up. And thank you again for that game that we just had. That was a really solid game. One of the best games, actually, that we've had all stream, aside from me losing to a 2400. Okay, all book moves. I think, hold on, let me go look at something. Yeah, so actually, this variation that he played of the King's Indian Defense is actually one of the variations I taught in my King's Indian Defense course. I'm sure, or not course, but my opening video. So if you haven't seen it, go check that video out. If you thought, if his style, if his way of playing interested you, go watch my King's Indian Defense video that I have on my openings playlist, because it's really a good opening, as you guys could tell by me saying I don't like playing against it. This was a tricky move that I played. Because I thought if he takes, I'm going to take back, and after bishop takes, I'll take here with a fork, and even if he takes here on b2, rook b2 comes in. Thank you, Audio. I appreciate you. Audio, I really do appreciate it. Thanks for the $2 super chat. You're the best. You're the best. Everyone go like Audio's super chat. As I drink my energy drinks right here, but you're buying my next one. You're the best. All right, hold on. Let me get through this game. That's why I played that move. That's why I sacrificed a knight, for anyone who's curious, was because, like I said, he takes, and then we have a fork where we win the pieces. We win a rook. So instead, he played the best move, which was actually queen d8. I played bishop f3, but I wasn't entirely sure. This position's kind of tricky, and he's looking at this pawn, so I just decided to go here, baiting this move to allow me to play knight b5, win the pawn, and storm up the board. Okay, we're playing a good game. I have an advantage, but it's not necessarily like set in stone. Going after the rook, but here mostly you have to realize, if you can see here, he has 44 seconds. So I was really trying to use time to my advantage at this point. So it gets a little sloppy, but yeah, now we're completely winning. Knight e6. The point behind knight e6 is to cut off the queen's defense of this rook. So now I can take the rook. Rook h5. What should I have played instead, though? Because I actually noticed I have a huge advantage. I actually should have played just actually the rook here. Yeah, okay. But we were just trying to clean up the game. Okay. Should not have played g4. I should have played rook e to c1 to force this trade so that he doesn't have control of the open e file. But he had 5 seconds, and I knew that I could hold after this position. His rook is hanging, and even if he plays a move like here, it's not all that concerning. I mean, well, actually, it's very concerning. He's winning. He's actually winning by a good amount in this position, but he had no time, so I just kind of blitzed out these last moves just to try and win on time. All right, we will play. I've got some other requests. Make sure you send me friend requests so that we're friends on this, too. It makes it much easier for these streams going forward. Before I jump right into the next one, I'm going to hit the bathroom again because it's been an hour and 45 minutes of a stream. So I'm going to hit the bathroom to mute my mic for a sec. I'll put the music back on. And in the meantime, just send me friend requests and game requests. Make sure they're unrated and they're 5 minutes or 3 minutes, either one. Give me a second. All right, I'm back. Start more 5-minute games. Hopefully that'll help. You know, you're playing great chess, Audio. And thank you again for Skeller, however you say that. Thank you for the game. That was a good game. All right, got another. Oh my gosh, another 2256. You guys, I've been playing chess for 2 hours, and I got these 2000s and 2000s, and goodness. All right. I'm a man of my word. I will play you. You're probably going to crush me, especially after an hour 45 playing chess. I'm a little rusty now. Goodness. Okay. All right. Let's do it. Good luck to you. 2000s. I don't want it. I don't want it. Okay. Queen c2. Bishop e2. Good luck to both. I think I need this luck here. These 2000s are not taking it easy on me today. We're playing 2000s over and over again. All right, we have to play this move. We have to stop the knight from coming in here. All right, let's go ahead and control. Cut off the bishop. Shadow Monarch. How long have you been playing chess? How long did it take you to get to 2256? Okay. All right, that's good. We kind of shut the position down a little, though. It's not the greatest in that sense. All right, we're going to try and do some flank stuff. Okay. Not exactly sure. Not exactly sure. I don't think that's right, but I just am not sure. You put me in a tough position. Gosh. Bishop drops back, okay. But to me, isn't your... Okay. Sure. Reasonable. I'm okay with this position. I don't think this is horrible. Got a tempo on me. Interesting. Oh. Yeah, I missed it. Yeah, I knew that was coming. Yeah, there's mate in one. I should have acknowledged the threat. Because now it's too late to stop mate. All right. Yeah, I can't stop it anymore. I should have realized. I should have acknowledged it a second ago. Give it a second too late. Yeah. Yeah, there's no defense. Yeah, good game. Good game. Yeah, these 2000s not taking it easy. 2250. Good game though. Thank you for the game. We both played pretty solid. It said we played pretty comparable. Both played a very, very solid game, except for the very end. One blunder. All right, so far I have an advantage. We're playing well. I traded off the piece because I felt like your knight was better, and I didn't think your queen would be all that great there. And actually, we have a very strong advantage here, except for I should have played the move this move up one. Not a strong advantage, up one. And sacrifice. Yeah, and I should have brought it back. I considered this move, I really did, to stop the queen from coming in. And even though I do lose the rook, notice you're only up 1 point of material. But I tried to go for this quick little trick so that, you know, you can't take, because I'll win the rook and I'm threatening a fork. But of course, I completely ignored that you actually had a mating threat, and I should have acknowledged it. Should have acknowledged it. Good game, though. Thank you for the game. Appreciate it. All right, someone else want to send me a game? Been going for, what is it? Hour 50. Wow. All right, there we go. No more 20, 2,000, 300s and 400s. Got a 584. Thank you for the game. GG's, man. Thank you. You're very strong. How long have you played chess for? We had a very solid game. And how did you find the channel, if you don't mind me asking? Oh, no. Oh, I thought you were going to play the Scotch Gambit. I don't like playing against it. I don't like playing against the Scotch, either. This is my normal line that I like to play. You go down this. That's actually the best move. I can't remember if you take with the B or the D pawn. I think the D pawn is actually technically correct. Shadow, how long have you played chess? I should actually went forward. I'm not gonna lie. Consistently. Oh, well, welcome to the channel. I'm glad to I'm happy to have you. You're very strong for playing for 2 years. You should keep it up, because if you've only played for 2 years, you really might, you have a lot of potential then. You have a lot more that you can, a lot higher that you could go if you've only played for that long. That's very, very impressive. Yeah, we had a very solid game. I should have just acknowledged your mate throw. I don't know why I hesitated. I think it's just sometimes, like I said, you play so much chess so long, like in these streams, and streaming is kind of hard to do at the same time. I find it difficult, but I should have acknowledged the mate threat. I even saw the move Queen F3 to set up the mating net, and I just, like, for some reason didn't acknowledge it. And then once I played the move, I immediately said, "Oh no, Queen F3. Queen F3 is not what I wanted to happen." Okay. Got a pawn. Could take another pawn. I could also take this pawn, go here and there. It takes here. How long have I played? Probably a good, maybe, I don't know, like a good 4 years or so. Wow, good move. Good move. How did I miss that? I missed an obvious tactic. Alright, we'll just have to play down. I missed it. That was a good find. Yeah, I know, the knight, yeah. The knight's hanging. Technically we're even, but doesn't, obviously he's up a whole, actually up a minor piece, but technically it's even position. We'll just have to use our pawns to go up the board. So let's go ahead and activate our king. Okay. Tempted by a move like this. Although maybe it would be better to just bring it all the way back. I got into chess, yeah, probably 4, maybe even 5 years ago is when I started learning it. Like, I never played before then. Like, I played as a kid. I played like with, you know, like my parents when I was really, really young, or just like leisurely, like, and didn't really know what we were doing. I never really learned it until a few years ago. Yeah, that's what I was doing. Yeah, good. Golden Wheel, that's exactly what I was doing. No, it doesn't work now. Oh, I'm lagging. I'm gonna lose this game. It's crazy. It's crazy. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna win this game. Oh. This is one of those games where you just don't deserve to win, though. Like, this is not what should have happened. Oh, did I? I missed a checkmate or something? Oh, look at that. Look at that, guys. Hanging pawns. Oh. 0.6 seconds. Wow. Free move draw. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah. That's crazy. That was just... Look at that. That was a good game. Good game, 81 Merrick. I know, brutal, right? You pre-move it, 0.6 seconds. That's what happens when you play too much chess, you know, like when these long streams, things like that just start to happen. I know, I kind of deserved that, right? I kind of had that coming to me after that one. I played horribly. Yeah, as I said, I don't know why I even I like instantly blitzed this out when obviously the move is to go forward. Like, there's like no question about it. And I know that too. That was a nice find. Like, look, I just kind of blitzed this out too, thinking that it's an easy tactic, like sacrifice the bishop for the pin, but I forgot that he can just play this. He's in time for it. Instead, yeah, I should have just did my initial thought. Yeah, just played down a piece, but we're fine because we have so many pawns. Then we get the piece back. It's been like 2 weeks. Since when? Yeah, and here we're just like crushing, and we pre-moved the the draw. Was that your game that you sent me? Because I know it's a different name. Which pawn mate are you referring to, Shadow? At which point? Let me see what I missed. Let me go back. It doesn't say I have a mate. You mean at the very, very end? Oh, you mean right here? Is this what you're referring to? Is this beautiful checkmate? That's crazy. Because the rook cuts it off. Wow, good find. Good find. Good find. I see. Well, you saw it, Shadow? Yeah, that's a nice checkmate. Sometimes it's easier. I should have seen that. It's actually like a nice setup. But whatever, we'll take it. It is what it is. Well, we've been streaming now for officially over 2 hours, so I think I'll probably call the stream off right here. Yeah, that is a good mate. I'll call the stream off right here. Thank you guys so much for those who tuned in. It's been a really fun stream, and a lot of you guys are newer to the channel or just saw it through the stream. Feel free to check out some of my other videos if you haven't seen them. But I'm so glad to have you guys. Welcome to the channel. Thank you guys again for tuning into the stream. And we do this probably every like 2 weeks. I go live every week, or generally about every week I go live. But not every week do I play subscribers. That's usually probably like every 2 weeks or so. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead, join the channel. I'd love to have you guys. Thank you all.